Good morning, afternoon, and night. Whenever you are listening to me, I greet you. A blessing. Now, I want to talk to you about something which I know it will be very important to your life, especially to people around you in your surrounding. There are ways which you should relate with some people. In your surroundings, there are some positive-minded people who you should move with, and there are some negative-minded people who you should stay away with. Now, let me tell you the difference. Well, my name is Prophet Isaiah Odebunmi. All right. Now, do you know? Positive-minded people are people who you should move to, are people who you should make friends with, are people who you should try to get indulged with one way or the other, because they are going to influence you positively by their thoughts. There are people who motivate, who inspires everybody around them. They never drag you down for them to be lifted. No, they motivate and inspire you to be great, to be successful. They like to see you ahead of them. They don't mind, even they applaud you saying it, because they know it is as the result of how they have treated you, of how they have motivated and inspire you. That is what is bringing to your success. So they are always happy about it. They are God-fearing people. Psalm 1 is their pledge always. When you read your Psalm 1, you know what is there. Say, that does not walk in the way of the unrighteous. They are people who will help your dreams, who will help you grow, who will help you excel, who will motivate your dreams, but they are not dream killers. They help your dreams to manifest your dream. Even they provide resources sometimes just to make sure your dream comes to pass. Here you understand? Now, these are people you should stay away with in your surrounding. These people I'm about to mention could be your brother, could be your sister, could be your uncle, could be your friend. You need to stay away from them when you begin to notice these tracks in them. They are negative-minded people. They are dream killers. They are dream realtor. They are vision wiper. They are mission stopper. They are journey stopper. They don't want to see you ahead of them. They are always angry when you are succeeding. They find jealousy in it when they see you succeeding. So the next thing they try to do is try to make gossip and rumors about you all around, to mock you, to bring you down, to kill your inspiration, to kill a spirit that has been driving you on to achieve your dream. They always feel like the boss. A positive-minded person is a leader, while a negative-minded person behaves as a boss. A boss behave as if he is the head and the controller of everyone's life, but he is only the controller of his own life, not everybody's life. Everybody has his life to live. So that's what I'm saying. So you have to stay away from them. If not, they will control your life and control it to the dungeon. Stand to the lake, and they will say you fail, and at last they will begin to laugh and say, I am able to overcome him. So that's why you have to be very careful with such people. You need to stay away from them. Not they will kill your dream. People who doesn't know your worth, people who see you as a worthless being. People who doesn't see any good in your dream, in your vision, people who are not ready to go along with your vision, who are not ready to help you or to provide resources or not even an advice. When you see this kind of people, you need to stay away, because staying around them, their threat, their thinking, their negativity will affect the whole of your life, and you will find it difficult, insane possibility in every situation. You will always feel like it will be possible. You will see everything as something that is hard. Everything will seem hardship to you because you are with the wrong people, and their spirit will influence you. When you keep bad friends who have bad motives, automatically they try to make you indulge with them, to come together and commit their hymn motives together. Yeah, that is influence. I'm talking about influence now. They are contagious. They're contagious. They're going to infect you, inflect you, with their negativity. So you just need to stay away from them. But whenever you find someone who has the positive mind, as a friend, as a mother, you try to keep them, because there are people that will help your dream. If your father is positive about your dream, then love him with the whole of your heart. If it's your wife, love her with the whole of your heart. When you're difficult, they're difficult to find these days. People are under dream killers. They are rumor mongers. They feel with jealousy. When they see you exceeding, when they see you exploring the world, when they see you grow, when they see you succeeding, whatever you lay your hands, they begin to jealous, and the next thing they do is what? Is to try to gossip. Just stay away from them. That is the only thing you can do. And the only way to revenge the negativity and the attitude is to get succeeding. When you are succeeding, then you are actually acting them, and they will end up come back to your first thought. Understand? To come and beg you and bow down under your success. For you will be mighty than them. Your coast would have been expanded, just as Deuteronomy chapter 8 have said it. God bless you. God bless you as you are listening. Now I want to mention some peoples in the Bible, so it won't be as if I'm just talking from stories or from history. Understand? Now look at this guy, Jonathan and David. Even for the relationship, the positivity between Jonathan and David, which caused David to remember the family and descendant of Jonathan. When you read your Genesis very well, David has to remember the descendants of Jonathan, even while Jonathan was dead, to also bless his descendant for the relationship, the positivity which has been between them. Now let me tell you, do you know when David was too young, although he was anointed, where he was like being a shepherd, so Jonathan was the son of Saul, who was the king of Israel then, who wants to kill David. So immediately had the plot of his father. He moved immediately to tell David, now this is what my father has planned. He is planning to kill you. So Jonathan is not someone who is jealous. David was gifted. He could play the music, he could play the piano, just like some of you have. The instrumentalists in the church, you hate yourself just because of the gift you have, which is very wrong. You're supposed to love yourself, carry yourself along together. But in Jonathan's case, Jonathan wasn't the one, doesn't mind, He kept himself around and created a very friendship relationship with David, because he himself never knew it's going to pay him or his descendants someday, but actually it pays him. It pays him when you read your Genesis very well. When you read the latter part of Genesis, you will know it pays Jonathan having a good relationship with David. Now he told David, you have to run away, for my father is planning to kill you, out of jealousy, because he knew the power and the spirit of the Lord is upon you. So he is jealous, he wants to kill you. You need to run away, because I don't want you to die. These are positive-minded people. They always protect you. They protect your dream. They want to see you excel. They want to see you alive, accomplishing your dream. Let me go to another person, which is Ruth and Naomi. When you go to the book, the Bible, in the book of Ruth, you will find it there, Ruth and Naomi. Do you know what? Ruth knew Naomi was a positive in-law. She was a positive in-law. She refused to leave Naomi. She said, wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you reside, I will reside with you. She refused to go. But do not forget, Ruth was a widow then. She was a widow. She had no husband. Her husband was dead, but she refused to stay away from the positive Naomi, because Naomi's life was about positivity. She doesn't want to see her suffer. She wants to help her dreams. She wants to make it great. She's always prayerful. She's not the one that causes, that altar causes. No, she altar blessings. She altar blessings. Yeah. So Naomi was like, I want you to go so you will live your life. But Ruth was like, no, I can't go away from you for your positive mind. You are someone who I have determined to spend the rest of my life with. You understand? And on the long run, she was blessed by moving with the positive Naomi, for she met Boaz, who she got married to, and she became a wife again, and she was happily married after Hagar. I'm talking about positive-minded people. Look at Moses and Joshua as well. Joshua knew the power and the strength in Moses, and he was inspired, and he was very, very inspired by the life of Moses, and he knew Moses was a positive prophet. Even while others were mocking, while others were murmuring to Moses that, have you bring us to the desert to kill us with hunger? No, Joshua was positive about Moses. He was always following Moses everywhere, learning his morals, learning from his lifestyle, learning from his positivity. And immediately Moses ended his mission with God, Joshua took over. Why? Because Joshua has been influenced by the positivity which was in the life of Moses, which God himself has imparted in the life of Moses. So Moses was influenced automatically. Do you understand that? Moses was influenced automatically, which I bless the name of the Lord for. That is why you have to move with positive-minded people. Another person is Abraham and Lot. Abraham is a positive. Another is Esther and Mordecai. When it comes to Esther and Mordecai, Mordecai was in Hebrew. Esther's parents died in the war, but the father and the mother. And Mordecai is a very positive person. She saw the future in Esther, and he was like, no, I cannot let this kind of girl suffer. I need to take care of her. I need to build her up. I need to help her with the dream and the vision. He was like a father to Esther. Mordecai brought Esther up. Mordecai took care of Esther, helped him with his dream and future, for the future to be bright. So on not knowing the kind of glory which Esther possessed, not knowing how successful Esther would be on the long run, he wasn't bothered, he wasn't worried, he doesn't care about whatever Esther wants to become, but he is just positive about Esther, because he's a positive-minded person. On the long run, you know what happened? And the king needs wives, so Esther was privileged to be a queen to the king of the land. So, and which letter pays? It pays when you are positive about people, when you impart positivity into people, rather than being negative about them, rather than trying to kill their vision, rather than trying to kill the dreams, rather than trying to mock or gossip or bring up rumor out of jealousy because of the glory and the bright future you have seen in them. No, Mordecai was positive about Esther, and on the long run, when Haman was the enemy of the Hebrews, then he was determined to kill them. He was determined to wipe them off. He was determined to make a decree that the king would sign, so that they will be killed according to their law. For he hated Mordecai with passion. That was Haman. No, Haman is a negative-minded person, someone who is very proud, who sees himself as a boss. He needed Mordecai to bow down for him, but according to the Hebrew world, to the Jewish world, that they do not bow for anybody except their God. So Mordecai wasn't bowing for Haman, and Haman was angry because he sees himself as a boss, not as a leader. A leader will inspire, will motivate. A leader will never be angry. A leader will only show you the way, but a boss will command, we control. So Haman was a boss. He was trying to control the life of Mordecai, which Mordecai refused. Haman was a negative-minded person. He was so angry that he went to make a trap for Mordecai so that he will be hanged. They hang by death, hang to death. That was Haman's plan for Mordecai. But Mordecai, on knowing these plans, he was perplexed. He needed to call Esther and say, Esther, now it's time for you to say to the matter on ground. This is what Haman has planned. He has planned to kill the Hebrews on this land. He's trying to make a decree with the king to kill the whole Hebrew, not knowing even Esther the queen. Haman does not know Esther the queen was an Hebrew as well. And the queen Esther knew he is not to appear before the king except he is being summoned to appear. But Esther did something. She called on for 3 days fasting among the people, and herself she fasted because she was positive to change the evil plan of Haman. And immediately they fasted, she dressed beautifully and appeared before the king, and the king summoned her to come forward and asked her. And Esther, with the might, explained to the king what she wanted. And she said she wants Haman to come and eat in the same table with the king. And when Haman heard the news, Haman was rejoicing. Haman was very happy, not knowing it relates to his death. On getting to the table, Esther explained the plan of Haman, which he had over her and her people. And the king was highly in wrath. Now Haman stood up to plead unto Esther, but mistakenly she fell on Esther, and which the king was very angry about. And the king was like, will you come to my palace to press my queen even in my presence? And the king summoned that Haman should be hanged, where he ought to plan to hang Mordecai to death. And so was it. Also in the story, when you read very well in the book of Esther as well, chapter 2, chapter 3, you will understand that even at night the king could not sleep. And he ordered the maids to bring out the books of Chronicle and read to him, and which is their norms, their culture. When the king could not sleep, they read the Chronicles to the king, the histories of the mighty things that have been done in the kingdom. And the story of Mordecai was read out to the king's ear, which is the help he did to the king. Positive-minded people are people who do things. They give help without even expecting a reward. But one way or the other, God has a way of paying them back the good deed. The good deed. God has a way of paying positive-minded people. When you doesn't work in a righteous way, your hand is pure. When you think positively about people, you are not angry about their success. You are always happy and applauding to their success. Surely God will make you succeed as well. But when you are angry, when you are jealous about someone's success and you are not happy about it, automatically you are being negative about a person, and automatically the judgment of the Lord will come upon you. That is why I want you to understand. So you need just to understand the positive mind, how it works, how it really works. So when the chronicle was read to the king, how Mordecai was positive about the king. Mordecai revealed to the king the plans of some of the guys that were planning to kill the king. And their plan was revealed, and they were caught and put to judgment. But Mordecai was not paid for the deed he did, for being positive about the king, for being protecting the king, for not allowing the evil ones to kill the king. He wasn't paid then. But Mordecai he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He did it for God and not for man. So he went on with his normal activities. But negative-minded people, when they do you offer, when they offer you something, you understand? When you do a favor, They want to be praised. They do the favor in the eyes of people so that people could praise them and could see what they have done. Those are negative-minded people. But Mordecai was a multiple positive-minded person. He doesn't care. He believes what he has done, he does it out of his positivity of his mind. And he is expecting the reward from God and not from man. So he needs to just go away and continue his normal life. But automatically God made the king sleepless because of Mordecai, to reward him of his positivity. God is always positive, love positive people, He is the negative people. Negative people are sinners, They are rumor mongers, they are gossipers, they are liars. But positive-minded people are people who God loves. So God loves Mordecai and made the king sleepless until the chronicles of what Mordecai did was read to the king. And immediately the king heard that. The king said, "What have you done in return to reward this man?" And they said nothing was done. And he was like, wow, why will nothing be done to a positive-minded person like this who has protected my life and did not allow me to be killed by the evil plot of the evil ones? Now he called on to Harmony and said to Harmony, to someone who the king loves and wishes to reward, what should be done? And Haman, the enemy of Mordecai, uses his own mouth to proclaim the prosperity and the reward and how great it will be for Mordecai. And he said, let the king put such a man on his horse, on the king's horse, wear the king's clothing, the mantle of the king upon him, and take him around the city, saying, this is who the king is pleased with. And the king says immediately, you, Haman, shall do according as you have said. Now go and take Mordecai, who I am pleased with, place him on a horse, mount him my mantle, and take him around the city, saying, this is who I am, what I am pleased with. And Mordecai was proclaimed by his enemy. If you are positive, no matter how the negative people try, no matter how your enemy try, they will end up proclaiming your success. They will end up proclaiming your glory. They will end up proclaiming the good news the Lord has granted to your life. That is, you just have to be positive. Now let me go to another person. Data, Kuram and Abraham. When you have read about the story in the Bible, they are negative people, and you could understand how they ended their life. They ended their life in a very tragic, horrible way. Negative people never end their life well. That's why I wanted to understand. Another person is Joseph and his brother. Joseph was positive about his dream, but his brother were negative people. The father doesn't even like them because of their behavior. There is always report about their even doing wherever they go, shepherding. But Joseph was a positive-minded person among his brothers, among his 12 brothers. The father loved him, that the father made him a colorful clothes. But for this reason, the negative brothers hated Joseph, and Joseph dreamed twice, and for the sake of this dream, they want to kill Joseph. They want to kill the dream. They want to wipe away his mission. They want to stop his journey. The Lord took him and dropped him in a well. After took him and sold him to the slave, thinking they have sold off his glory and he will never succeed, not knowing they are leading him to a destination for him to build his mansion where his destiny resides. Do not forget, I told you many times, and I used to make this quote for those who understand me. You see, your destination determines your dimension of where you're going to build a mansion, which is your destiny. And God bless you for listening to this. My name is Prophet Isaiah Odebunmi, the president of Wonder of Zion Crusaders, Wonder of Zion Team International. God bless you for watching.